So there I am. I'm the newest employee of the office, and I'm back with the doctor. I'm trying to learn how to set the x-rays. I'm learning all sorts of new terminology. I thought the shoulder was called a shoulder, but it's got 3 different names for all the different bones and muscles and parts. And I'm trying to figure out the software and the order of things to take the right documentation. And I get to the bottom and it says, sign this. And with the new patient, he's been in an accident and there might be legal repercussions. And I have to sign a paper to say that I'm a witness and I entered all of this information correctly. It's a little bit stressful. I'm learning all the different personalities of the other people who work in the office. I'm learning and learning and learning and learning some more. I'm going over the last notes that I took on the most recent patient. The doctor left and said goodbye to the patient, and I'm checking for all of my typos. And I know that I got a lot of typos in there. I want to make sure I spelled all of the new words correctly. I Google up to make sure I spelled it right. Even I just need to make sure that everything is exactly right, because my name's on there and it could go to court in front of a judge and I could be like in charge of saying what happened. It's kind of intense, but the doctor's really great. He's been telling me every time, oh, look, you learned that so fast. Oh, look, you're learning that too. You're doing so great. It's really encouraging. So I'm checking my typos and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited about all the new things I'm learning. I'm feeling really great. And the doctor comes into the room that I'm in and he says, hey, Lydia, I've got something for you to do. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on it. What do you want? And he says, oh, it's going to be hard for you. It's going to really make you stretch. It's going to push your boundaries. It's going to get you out of your comfort zone. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. I can do this. What's it going to be? I got a new project. I got a new thing to learn. What is it? And he says, trust yourself. Just trust yourself. I was like, that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to trust myself. Have you ever been there where you're like so much into it has to be exactly right? It has to be perfect. It has to be just right. It could be anything. I remember my oldest son, when I was trying to potty train him, was not going to happen. He knew that he would make a mistake. He knew that it would be hard, and he knew that it just wasn't going to be like he couldn't be perfect at it. I've seen my other kids also, not necessarily during potty training, but it's carried through, like this principle of having to be perfect. It causes like hesitation to do homework, to do all sorts of projects. So we don't want to strive to reach our goals because we might not make it. It might be hard. We might make a mistake. We know we're going to do something wrong because we're human and everybody makes mistakes, right? So we hold ourselves back. You been there? Yeah. So he says, I want you to trust yourself. Oh, I gotta trust myself. And I didn't realize at the time that I wasn't fully trusting myself, but I was going to him and saying, hey, did I do this right? Hey, is this right? Is this what you want? And having a lot of things double checked. Now, I'd only been there a couple of days. And so, give myself that. I had only been there a couple of days and I really didn't know what I was doing. But he said, I want you to trust yourself. 90% of the time, you're going to be right. 90% of the time. And 90% of the time was pretty good. If we're grading at school, 90% is an A. That's usually where the cutoff for A to A minus or B is. And 90% is almost all. If you have 90% of the pie, you've eaten too much of the pie. If you've got 90%, that's amazing. If we only improve 1% every day, and over time, we have this trajectory that's amazing if we improve 1% every day. So if we get 90% of it right, that's awesome, right? Just trust ourselves. So I started thinking about this, or I've been thinking about it all week since he told me. And what if we all just trusted ourselves a little bit more? What if 90% was good enough? What if we're good enough anyway? What if we're only 50% good at what we want to be and we improve 1% each day? 1%. One of this amazing thing. So that's what I want to leave you with today. You know a lot of stuff. You're going to be right 90% of the time. If we trust our intuition, trust ourselves, so amazing. And so I've released that need to be perfect in that area. And here's another piece of it. We have so many layers and so many things that we're doing. If you find something that you need to change, like I did, it's okay. We can't be aware of everything all the time. That's why we have a reticular activating system to help us in our subconscious, is that barrier between the subconscious and the conscious. Information needs to go through the reticular activating system to become aware of them in our consciousness. And so when you find something that you want to improve on, it's okay. Go ahead and take that step and trust yourself. What if you were right? What if you could do it right? So when my son was potty training, I told you that he wouldn't do it. He had, he's totally potty trained now. But there was a day, it was the day before his birthday. He was going to be 4 years old. And mind you, I was on bed rest during the potty training time. I was having quadruplets, and it was a tough time to potty train a 3-year-old. And there's a lot of pieces here, right? But when he was going to turn 4 years old, I said, 4-year-olds don't wear diapers. 4-year-olds are potty trained. They know how to go to the bathroom the right way. You know all of the steps. You know how to do it. And you're going to be 4 years old tomorrow. So this is it. And I gave him a deadline. And you know what? He never wet the bed once. He never even had one accident. He was perfect at it. What if we just decided that it's time to do it, and we can do it, and we have all the information that we need, we have the skills, and we just need to do it? What if you are amazing and you can do it? Because I know you are. Okay, that's what we're doing this week. Trust ourselves. Trust yourself, because you're worth it and you know it and you're awesome. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day.